St Fittick's Park was, a long time ago, just a bare field with a ditch running through it. Thanks to fantastic community efforts in round about 2012, 2013, this entire park has been transformed into a wonderful wild space.
Well, I've stayed here for 66 years, and as a child we used to play here all the summer holidays. Loved it. Every day was spent here walking across the fields and going down to the Bear and Egg. And now it's all changed and it's a lovely park, there's lovely wildlife. My grandson loves it. He loves seeing the ducks and the boats and the trees and the birds. And what else do we see? Foxes and snails. It's just a great place to come. We used to walk our dogs, about 2 dogs, and lovely walks for the animals as well. And everybody, the whole community, adores being here.
I walk in the park every day. It's actually a lovely little bit of rural area. You see a lot of people playing in it. I grew up in it. I've lived in Torry all my life.
I like coming here because the surroundings are nice. It's one of our last few green spaces in Torry. You don't get much better for it. It's on my doorstep. I literally just fall out of bed, wake up in the morning, take Leo for a nice long walk, little 25-minute stroll through the park, meet some of his friends.
I came over here when I was 5, and I'm now 65 in my birthday. Was never away from there when we were little. Used to play in the graveyard, and I used it a lot after I took my heart attack, because I got told to do daily exercises, and so I was doing the park every day we have.
For me, this is the jewel, the emerald in the heart of Torry, and this is what we're trying to protect from industry.
The ruin of St Fittick's Church is one of Aberdeen's oldest Christian sites, located in the Torry area near the North Sea coast. It's named after St Fittick, an Irish monk who was also a missionary. According to legend, he was thrown overboard during a storm and then washed ashore at Nig Bay. After this, he built a church to give thanks. He is traditionally associated with healing and the protection of sailors.
Before these houses were built, I come back a long time, we used to just come along and have picnics, play, have our rope swings over on the trees. And it was just great, just a great environment to come into, safe.
There's no other place like this in Torry. What green spaces there is are sort of tiny pockets of green space which already are overused, and so to reduce yet more of the green space is going to put pressure on users in the park, but also probably continue the pressure on elsewhere.
On the south wall of the kirk, there's a small window set low to the ground. It's known as the leper window. The story goes that people with leprosy or other illnesses could stand outside and watch the service through this window, receiving blessings without entering the building. We can't be sure if this is true. Some historians think it may have been for light, ventilation, or sound, but the name has stayed, adding to the mystery of this quiet, ancient place.
The park is under threat of development. The wonderful wetlands towards the coast, they are under threat of being developed into a green industrial estate. which would mean the destruction of a lot of trees, a lot of the wildlife, a lot of the wetlands there. So many people in the community are really upset about that, and we formed a group, Friends of St Fittick's Park, about 5 years ago to fight this great injustice, taking away common land from the people of Torry.
Not everyone is opposed to the development. Steve asked for his face not to be shown.
The ETZ is, we are transitioning away from oil and gas, so we've got to move on to different things. The harbour is built there, it's where it is, where everything is. I get the fact that you have to retain the park. I think you're going to get that anyway. They're going to build so far, but I think most of the park they're going to redesign the park for you and rejig it and do it up for you anyway. You've got to see it both sides. That is mega money coming into this city, what you've seen, the developments there and what's going to be happening, what's going to be done. You've got hydrogen, you've got wind power, you've wave power. Still going to have oil and gas for a long time to go, but renewables are the new thing and you can see that already. Jobs, economy, money. The economy is the most important thing in the world, as far as I'm concerned. But you've got to have your green space as well.
It is important to also respect nature. It's nice to have a huge city, to have an area where people can come and rest and relax and enjoy the outdoors and get away from the city. I'm from a huge city in the United States, Phoenix, Arizona. We don't have green areas, we don't have grass. And this is wonderful. But this, like I said, is a treasure that really, really, really needs to be preserved.
This is a lovely park. Yeah. We walked the entire neighborhood and came through the park just several different ways, and we were commenting on how well taken care of it was. We were mentioning all the great sounds of the animals, the birds mostly. Important to us to preserve green space in neighborhoods for mental health. There's a lot of reasons for that. I mean, people need to get away, they need to relax, they need to hear nature. They've shown in study after study that walking in nature is important for your physical and mental health. And when you take away all the green space, then you become a captive of an urban jungle.
Energy transition shouldn't just happen in a zone, it has to happen everywhere. And really it has to start where people live, and that includes their homes. So there's a group of people who are trying to create a community-led retrofit project in Torry, turning homes which are often drafty, damp, costly to heat, to make them more affordable, dry, warm, through actually improving the insulation of the homes, having different heating systems in which are a lot cheaper to run, and that will overnight reduce greenhouse gas emissions, which is the energy transition bit, and actually improve people's lives, probably in a matter of months. And if there's to roll that out across Torry, that would have a massive positive effect on people in Torry, as well as like admissions to NHS and things like that. So that is what a real energy transition zone is.
I wish they had just changed the plans for here and went and built somewhere else, because it's got to be devastating. I mean, the history alone in this area, St Fittick's Church, the playbits that the kids have played on, it's a shame, it really is a shame. Just mere green space getting taken away. It's horrific.
I would like to see this park stay for many more decades, as it's been here for many decades as is. I've grew up in Torry all my life. I've enjoyed this park all my life. My family prior to that enjoyed the park, and so on and so forth. It's a tight-knit community, and we've been here for many, 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 many years, and I'm hoping that it will stay here for many, many, many more years.
ETZ Limited declined to take part in this film, but sent the following statement. We have proposed utilising a significantly reduced area of development to St Fittick's Park, with just over half of the Aberdeen City Council's proposed sites being developed, equating to less than a third of the park overall. Almost all other ports of scale across Scotland are making similar investments, and we simply don't want Aberdeen to miss out on the opportunity to position itself as a globally recognised hub for offshore renewables and the significant job benefits this will bring.